So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world, and welcome to the Curry Spot. Here we are again. It's me, Dr. Jill Barham, and
it's me, Amanda Potter. Thanks for coming back. It's nice to see your beautiful face.
Aww. Now listen, the last time we spoke, you did this wonderful 10-minute for us when you were helping us to understand how we can cope with the fear and the worry that we all might be experiencing at the moment. So you explained to us that we are a soul in a physical body. So you describe it as a meat suit.
It can be a meat suit, it can be an avatar. It's just like when you get inside your car, your soul is experiencing life as a human. Yeah. So it's energy, that's all it is. And like we said last time, if you've ever seen somebody who's passed over, if they've died, that's what's missing. Their energy is missing. And you may be aware that when the trees are full of leaves, they've got more energy than they would have without the leaves. So everything is energy. And when I say energy, everything is cells that are bouncing around, the little protons and the electrons and the neutrons, everything's moving. Yeah. So if you think about that energy, then there's energy at this table because it's made of wood. I'm energy. There's energy where the flowers are in the room. Yeah. The crystals, I've got loads of crystals, as you know. And so there's energy all throughout my room. But if you actually think about the soul as energy, then you can actually realize that it never dies. It's only the body that dies. It's eternal. So you can separate everything you're experiencing in your life by realizing you are energy.
It's a different perspective, isn't it?
It is a different perspective. It's a very spiritual perspective. But at the same time, if you realize that you are energy, sometimes we can expand our energy. If we're happy and we're loving life, our energy is bigger. We are larger than life. And sometimes when we're feeling small or we're feeling frightened or lonely, then we constrict our energy. Yeah. And so if you know that's how energy works, then you can work with your energy. And you can work with the energy that's around you.
So we might not be that aware of our own energy, because I think that's something that I certainly have learned to do. But we're very often aware of other people's energies, aren't we?
We are. So anytime you walk into a room, even if it's only at the dentist and you've gone into the waiting room, you choose a chair based on where the energy is better. Yeah. And when you go to a party, yeah, you end up sitting, well, probably in the kitchen, but you actually sit with the people who are the same vibration to you. So if somebody is around you, for example, maybe it's a family member who's very negative, very low, and you're not like that, you tend to avoid spending time with that person. Yeah. Or maybe they're very happy and they're full of life and their energy is massive and you always feel very welcome. Well, then you will always go back there. But how can this help people? If we think about energy, we can think about how we can increase our energy. So at this moment in time, there are a lot of people who are feeling low and their energy is depleted. Or what can we do? There are lots of little things we can do just to speed up our energy. So you could avoid sugar. You could avoid caffeine, alcohol, because you're going to have a little peak, but then you're going to dip. Yeah, so it's okay if you want, 3 cups of coffee on the bounce, but realize that you're going to dip. And so don't think, I'm depressed, because you're not, you just had 3 coffees. Or if you're up in the middle of the night, you know why. Yeah.
What goes up must come down.
Exactly. Or you could avoid using chemicals. Say you are in a funk, then don't clean the bathroom because you're going to be cleaning with chemicals and that's going to affect your mood as well. Or the chemicals that people put onto the body, like deodorants and things, that can bring your mood down. Always wear light clothing, like coloured or even made of natural fibres. That will lift you. Having a shower lifts you. Get dressed, make your bed. That will lift you. Yeah. And so declutter something or get rid of a load of old knickers out your knicker drawer. Whatever it is, just focus in this moment, because I love living in the moment, on something that will pick you up and increase your vibration.
And it's at the really right time to do that now because, as a nutritional therapist, we do yearly cleanses or twice yearly cleanses. And spring is the very best time, because if essentially you're decluttering your system. So decluttering your house at the same time is a really great idea.
We always feel better after a spring clean, or else we wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
You know, so you can actually increase the vibration in your home. You know, when you come round to mine, it always feels lovely. That's because I've got loads of crystals, and I always have flowers, and I've got plants. They all raise the vibration in my home.
And incense and essential oils burning.
Yeah, you come in fighting through the smoke. No, I do have incense burning. I'll have essential oils in the diffuser, because all of this is a natural way to bring up the vibration in my home.
And it's about also just little things that you can do. You know, I've recently bought some nice handmade soap, and we went and bought some really nice hand soap. And so every time I go and, you know, go to the bathroom, I've got this lovely smell on my hands, and it just lifts my mood every time. It's a smell that for some reason there's something in it that resonates with me, and it makes me happy, you know.
Good. That's aromatherapy. That's people using essential oils to lift their mood. But when you actually start working with energy, your energy more and more, you may want to protect it, because when you're feeling good and happy, you don't want to spend some time with your miserable neighbour and then come back feeling depleted.
I think that would make a really good episode on its own. Can we do an episode on how to protect your energy?
Okay, yes, we can. We can protect, and we can even ground our energy. There's loads of things we can do to look after our soul.
Yeah. Okay, brilliant. So loads of tips there. I think, you know, you mentioned you've got flowers, and what I love about being where I am at the moment is that it's an area. I now live in the north of England, and in fact Amanda and I live very close to each other. Everybody up here loves to have flowers, fresh flowers in their windows, and I've never particularly noticed it where I used to live, but flowers are such a big part of everybody's lives up here. And apart from the fact, you know, we're in spring and it's full of daffodils, so it's such a great, and being for me, energy for me, because I'm a Piscean and all those connections I've got, and you're a Cancerian, aren't you?
Yeah.
Water is a big part of that healing energy that I need every day, really, walking along the canal here and along the river.
Yeah, music's my go-to.
Yeah.
If ever I feel a mood slump, I put the radio on, or I sing.
Yeah.
It's bad for everybody else listening, but I'm not listening properly. I'm just singing, and that will raise your vibration. There's loads of things you can do to instantly feel better.
Yeah, so if you're listening to this and you've got any hints and tips about how you raise your vibration, we want to know, don't we, Amanda?
Certainly do. Yes, please.
Okay, so we'll see you next time on the Curry Spot, and I promise I will be grilling Amanda on how to preserve and ground your energy. Thanks very much for listening.
Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.